Maybe one day or another your sales will start to decrease. When your sales start to decrease on a permanent basis, we can call this the decline stage. Which are the main features of the decline stage? Well, first of all, the product is completely known. Everyone knows the product. The demand is reducing, is dropping. Production processes are systemic, our assembly lines are continuous production, so the costs are reduced and the prices are reduced. Competition is extreme, and here normally there is overcapacity because the industry was adapted to a higher level of production. So they are still producing, and now they are producing more than what is demanded by the market. Okay? Customers have got bargaining power. Clearly, they know everything about the product, and they know that the industry has got overcapacity. Which kind of innovation? No innovation. There's no innovation for these products. If the sales are declining, why should you invest more money in this kind of products? Can firms be profitable under these conditions? Well, it is possible. A limited degree of profitability, but on the other hand, decline doesn't mean that the industry is going to disappear tomorrow. There are industries which have been declining for years and years and are still there selling units of their products. So you can keep an adequate level of profitability inside decline. Okay, which are the main features of decline? A constant fall in the demand. Maybe due to the appearance of a substitutive product or to demographic changes so that people don't like that products anymore. Well, if you have got a perfect substitutive product, forget about your industry. If there are not, maybe it's going to be a matter of time. So this industry can last for many years, okay? On the other hand, there's a high intensity of competition due to overcapacity. There are not many differentiation options. There could be exit barriers, so firms which want to leave cannot, and so on. Well, let me tell you about an industry which is under this condition, which are haberdasheries. The generation of our grandparents or of our parents used to go to haberdasheries. Sometimes they even knit their own clothes, or well, they had that hobbits, or they had that more than hobbits. They used to do that kind of things. Okay, nowadays we don't know. The majority of us are not used to do these kind of things. Look, this image, this photograph, cannot be easily seen. Sorry, the quality of the photograph is not perfect. It's about one of the main haberdasheries here in Madrid. Well, maybe the main one, which is called Pontejos. It's called Pontejos because it's located in the street called Pontejos. It's really close to Puerta del Sol. It's famous and it's always crowded. And do you remember I told you that this industry is in the decline stage? Yeah, but it still has got some customers. And Madrid is a big city, so it has got a lot of customers. And let me tell you that whenever you want to find something from a haberdashery, you know that if you go to Pontejos, you are going to find it. So it's attractive. Well, which strategic actions can we carry out? Well, it depends. It depends on what? Well, first of all, it depends on the capability of the industry to adjust its capacity and the firms to adjust their capacity. So first of all, if a firm is able to predict the decline, normally they will try to reduce the capacity. So this decline is not going to press this firm so much. Also, there can be exit barriers or not. If there are not exit barriers, the firm can exit the industry before having problems. And finally, it depends on the reaction of the existing firms, if they are going to compete to the extreme or not. On the other hand, there's another factor, which is the nature of the demand. Inside a declining industry, there can be attractive segments. So, if there are, one of the strategies I am going to explain is interesting. Also, it depends on the price elasticity. If there's a high price elasticity, I mean, if a reduction in prices will increase heavily your sales, there's going to be a problem because companies are going to compete in prices. Also, it depends on the existence of potential new markets. maybe your industry is declining in the current market, but maybe you can look for some new markets. Well, which kind of alternatives, which kind of strategies can we put into practice? Well, first of all, even if we are in a declining industry, we can try to gain a solid competitive advantage. You can try to be the leader of a declining industry, a cost leader, okay, but especially a differentiator. What I told you about Pontejos, okay, it can be interesting to be a differentiator. Well, the industry is declining, yes, but there are going to be some customers for some years, so they are still attractive. And Pontejos is the leader of this declining industry. Also, there's another strategic alternative, which is niche focus. Maybe some segments inside this declining industry are not declining. So why not targeting these segments which are not declining? Third strategy is harvest. Harvest means you are not putting a single euro renewing the firm, okay? But you are just operating the business, maximizing the return. If you are a shop, you are buying the products and selling them, but you are not renewing the shop, okay? So it doesn't matter the number of years, one day or another you will have to get rid of everything. But by now it works and it gives you a return, so it can be useful. Finally, the last possibility is quick withdrawal, winding up. There are two moments. If you are able to foresee, to anticipate the decline, you will try to sell the business before the decline starts. If you try to sell the business once the decline has started, you are not going to be paid a lot. So normally you will try to sell your business into pieces, to liquidate it, okay? Well, these are the strategies which are available in this declining industry, okay? So now we will move to another model.